What is up, YouTube? So, I just want to do an update and talk about some of the products I'm going to be using in this next build for the American Base King. Sorry about the mess, y'all. I've been crazy busy at work and working on this. Anyway, there's the King sitting over here. Check him out real quick. Yeah. I still can't get over these leads. These videos do no justice, but these leads are like literally ridiculous. And this thing is so stiff. You literally like cannot flex it by hand. I mean, you can, but it feels like you're gonna break the dust cap or something trying. Anyhow, this is the box. I gotta clean it up. Still got one more baffle over there to put on. Actually, super excited about the wiring. We got Rhino Audio Works 8 gauge twisted OSC. I was gonna go with 4 gauge inside the box, but I didn't think I was going to be able to get, like, I was, if you can't tell, struggling with this baffle. I need to get a jig for the router so I can make perfect cuts, and I still haven't got that yet. I'm still doing it by handsaw and measuring, and I feel like I did okay. Or not handsaw, but a jigsaw. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. And I cut 3 separate boards. The first 2 I cut together, and it kind of slanted on me, if you can't tell. So that kind of messed me up. So then I just cut the other 2 individually, which they turned out pretty good. But anyway, back to the wiring. Got Rhino Audio Works going on. And we're going to have, that's roughly 2 foot of 8 gauge to each coil, terminal, whatever you want to call it. And then outside the box, we're going to be using the Rhino Audio Works 4 gauge OFC. And if you guys haven't checked him out on the website, Google it, check it out. I love their wire. This is my keychain I made. I literally carry it every day for about 4 months now. And I mean, it's just solid as can be. It's good stuff. This is the speaker wire. I got 20 foot for like $53 or something like that. The 4 gauge, I want to say, I think I got 15 foot of each. It was like 90 bucks. And then this stuff, if you catch it at the right time, it's $200 for 50 feet, and it's 5190 strand. And it don't, like, the videos don't do justice because this wire don't look that big, but it fits perfect into 2 gauge. See, these are 2 gauge by 5/16. Or what do you want to call it? 2/0. Yeah, not 2 gauge, but my mind goes blank. You guys know the 00. Anyhow, Rhino Audio Works is what we're going to be using for the entire car. We're going to do double runs of the 0 gauge power and ground from alt back to 48 amp hour of lithium LiPo 4. I got the cells off of damn, what is it? mybatteryhookup.com, I think. If you Google Super Beast battery, okay, it's going to take you to that website. If you go, you can get the individual cells for like $5. I want to say I bought like 32 of them or something like that, and made a 48 amp hour battery. I got the Jag 35 500 ounce copper bus bars. Everyone goes against them. The only reason I got those is A, I'm only running 1 amp and 1 sub, so I think I'll be okay. And B is I needed I needed something small and space conservative, you know. And I'm actually gonna hook up a false battery or maybe even a capacitor elsewhere. So I'm basically just going to have power and ground going to it from the alt, and then it's going to go up to ultra cap or a battery delete or something, you know, and then it'll go to the amp from there. So I don't plan, like I said, I don't really plan to be drawing 500 amps continuous through it. Maybe a couple burps for SPL, but nothing long enough to kill it. If you want some good bus bars, Jim's Machine Works has some pretty affordable eco bus bars, and they always come out pretty decent. And like I said, they're cheap. I forget the other one. There was another one that was cheap. I think it was maybe DB Works, but don't quote me on that one. But anyway, like I said, we got 320 amp alt, dual 0 gauge, 48 amp hours LiPo. We're running the Slaps Audio 8K Shock 8K amplifier. And then this box, King Sub. Still got to finish the box. Here's kind of what we got going on. We got the Raging Gorilla with the crown. It says King over there. And then the good old AB logo. All of it's hand painted. If you can't tell, I got fingerprints all over my white. I gotta fix a couple spots like that. You know, fix stuff. No big deal. This box is made out of all scrap wood. I strongly encourage people to make boxes out of what they got. Don't worry about buying that, you know, birch and stuff. I'm sure someone's gonna get in the comments and knock me. What I'm getting at is I've done good, and I'm telling you, unless you're going for that like 1 or 2 dB of excellence, you know, like you're trying to get a 151 instead of just a 150 or something. Yeah, you know, probably get the birch. It is stronger, it's lighter, blah blah blah. But if you're just trying to have fun, get out there and beat the crap out of some subs and just demo and have a good time. Regular old, I think it's like Vermeer plywood or whatever they call it. Just regular old plywood. This stuff works great, man. I got 2 X Max 12s in the truck and on 8K. It probably sees every bit of 5 or 6K after rise, and basically off what I got for alternators and batteries. And long story short, that thing holds up. I beat the crap out of it. Flexes the back glass, all that good stuff. That box never moves. I'm really proud of that box for real, for being as cheap as it is. I paid $80 for a bunch of plywood off Marketplace. The guy had a bunch of plywood he got from like a scrap job site or something. They said they had to get rid of it or throw it away. He sold me, I think it was like $5 or $6 a piece. I went there and I bought like 15 or 16 pieces. It was, you know, as many as I could fit in a truck reasonably without having to worry about, or no, my truck toolbox is what messed me up. I couldn't slide any more under it. So I think I got like 15 or 16 pieces, but I've made like 3. Well, this is, you can't, hard to tell, but 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then there's that. I bought that piece of MDF, so don't count that one. But I mean, so you could say a quad baffle box in the truck, triple baffle box right here out of it. I mean, $80, and we're making big boy boxes. This ain't no one single wall, you know, barely held together with some screw. You know, this is screws everywhere, glue everywhere. I probably got more money in screw and glues than I do in the wood. But that's what I wanted to get at is, you know, don't let people knock your vibe or your style, because at the end of the day, this box is, like I said, all scrap. That back piece, if you see how smooth it is, that's MDF, double walled MDF on the back. And I didn't want to do that, but I ran out of plywood, so I was like, hell with it, you know. But it made it kind of top heavy too. Yeah, well. Anyways, like I said, I want to do an update, kind of show y'all what we was using. Got the wiring in today. Super happy about that. I don't know if I know a lot of you guys probably do way bigger builds, you know, got wall builds or whatever, but like I'll be doing the little stuff like you got your port here, and so you're like, man, where do I put the wiring to where it's the most aerodynamic? And I'm like, well, if I put it up on this wall here, it'll kind of be out of the way. And you know, you think about the dumbest things. As far as sealing the port, no one really addresses that. I read a lot of forums and stuff. Everyone's just like, use a bead of silicone. So I'm going to go over what I did. If you can tell, I'll try to zoom in for you guys. But right there, you see that little black goopy stuff? That is actually Right Stuff. If you've ever worked on cars or anything like that, it's literally called the Right Stuff, and it's made by Permatex, and it worked great. So I don't know how it's going to hold up to pressure, but it holds up to high temp and heat and stuff. I'll see if I find it real quick. Here is this is the Ford Motorcraft version. But if you go to AutoZone, it's called Right Stuff. This is just from the dealer. No, I did not buy that. We got 2 tubes for a customer car, and I only had to use 1, so I got an extra. But yeah, long story short, I just used that Right Stuff, and then if you do mess up and like say get a little goop or whatever around the edges, don't touch it, don't rub it, nothing. Leave it alone, let it dry. When it's dry, just take your fingernail or, you know, maybe even a sharp razor blade and just very gently kind of nudge it and rub it off there, and it'll come off and you're good to go. You got like a perfect seal. I mean, it's oil proof, so I don't see why it wouldn't hold air. But like I said, no one really addressed how to install the port, and I was like, what do you use to seal it? And then I watched EXO's video, and he used like duct stuff that was like I don't even know how to explain it. It was like for windows and doors on houses and stuff. It was like air ducting for like when it's cold out, and it was like 1/4 inch thick, you know, probably like about like that thick. And I was like, man, you know, I was like, I put that on there, it's gonna make my port stick out a mile. So right here, we got it pretty flush. It ain't perfect, it sticks out just a hair, but as you can see, it's close. I didn't want to stick out any more than that. And you could probably use regular old RTV, just a black RTV. Like put it on your port backside. Stick all your screws in there, like get it all lined up and ready to sink, but don't set it tight. Kind of smoke you a cigarette or hit your vape a few times, or maybe go get you a pop and come back, or go to the bathroom. Give it about 3 to 5 minutes, you know. Let the air kind of hit it a little bit. You don't want it to dry up, but you want it to kind of get that almost like a marshmallow effect. When it gets that marshmallow to it, go ahead and tighten it up, and I'm telling you, it works wonders, man. It's good stuff. Really good. Anyway, I'll try to stop blabbering. I just want to give a shout out to Rhino Audio Works one more time. Huge shout out to him for keeping me hooked up and supplied with some good wire and super fast shipping. I don't know where y'all live, but he's based out of Michigan, where I'm in Ohio. So every time I order it, like I ordered this Monday and today is Wednesday. So, and when I say Monday, it's like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. on Monday night, you know what I mean? And we're 7 or 8 on Wednesday, so got the box wired up. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully you guys like it. Just a little update on the King. One last glimpse of him. Peace out, YouTube.